greetings, my V family all over the world. This is your chief. Welcome to my Insta Live week 34, I believe. I don't know. Kalai has to tell me. I think it's week 34. Guys, thank you for joining. Let me do my shout outs immediately. Mandip, Kur, Rahul, Mahato, Marwan, how are you, bro? Alright, Reza, Anumosh Bashkar, Madhukar Yadav, Khatija, Jitinga, Simran, Surya, Tejati Raju, Sandeep Charya, Sauka, Hamza Halevi, Janvi, Rajput, Maleka, Salim Ada, Muhammad Buluche, how are you? Chirag Patel, Siamak, my brother, how are you? Madhukar, Anumot Bhaskar, Manita Dagar, the one and only Sati Senati Raja, who's actually downstairs in my house right now. Kalai, thanks. How are you, Kalai? Week 33. Loreen, the V official. Tipa, how are you? Maleka Kapasi. Alright. Zulu, what's up? The one and only my brother Adli Hassan in the house. Laila Era, Jimining always. Pony, how are you, Apu? Sanu Nair, how are you? Mujda Banim, alright, Uali, Kaushik. I gotta do a shout out to Irish from V Studio. She's always on, but I don't see her identifier. Brijesh, how are you, Apo? Solankia, Nusha, Ramanji, Punita, Sokul, Dinesh, Bayari, Wadi Queen, Vinayak, 5529 Dahia, Milin, how are you? Librion, Jawad Hussein, how are you? Vinu Joel in the house. Vinay Rana, Kalai Selvaraj, there's another Kalai. Ranglal Baria, Vande Queen, Swami Sitalraj, Arvind, Shipra, Bangarivasu, Anjali Gupta, Kalaniti, Shardul, Nabila Zaki. Kalai, you're in Lesotho. Send my love to all your guys there. Alright, Nabila Zaki, Manita Dagar, Sajid, Amal, Shika, Sony, how are you? Moirang, Lucky, Kaishap, Srinu, Amrita, Devil Varma, Gurma, Manita, Naura, Saigut, Shika, who is this? Ruwai Datnan. Ruwai Datnan, how are you? Krishu, Altaf Patel, Miss AKNS, Bless Anuj, Harwan, Ashash Harmam, alright, 54 others, Rajput, Bhupen, Ali, Nitin, Nezat, Energy, how are you? Mirazul Hassan, Official, Vibaf, Kili Koshal, is Saurabh, Muza, Fuari, see you at VCon, Abi, Jaihash, Yamnat, Vande Queen, Babul, Mudita, it's me, Kumarosh, Rati, Priyanka, Kumaresan. Greetings to everyone, my V family all over the world. Assalamu alaikum to all my Muslim brothers and sisters. Privyat to all my Russian-speaking warriors. Bonjour to all my French-speaking brothers and sisters. Salam, marhaba, vigets, hola. Alright, namaste, vanakkam, namaskaram, shastrikal. Alright, to everyone in India, Aibowan, vanakkam, Sri Lanka, namaste, Pakistan, Nepal, apa kabar, Indonesia, Malaysia, Hong Kong, ni hao ma. Alright, Mekalawa, Xin Chao, Vietnam. Alright, greetings, good day, mate, to all the Australians. Alright, basically greetings to everyone around the world. It's an amazing week 33. I hope you guys are already in VCon mode. And I was just speaking to the corporate warriors of the V who are putting together this unbelievable back-to-back VCon, and they wanted me to remind you. Alright, now getting your ticket to VCon, getting your flight ticket, getting your hotel booking is all part of VCon. But please, also make sure you have applied for your Malaysian visa if you require one. Okay? Most countries need a visa to Malaysia. Some countries don't need a visa. You get visa on arrival. But please, alright, check the status of what kind of visa you need, or do you need a visa. Go to your embassy, go to your agent, go to your travel agent, go to the agent of the V, whoever, Get your visa sorted ASAP, because we don't want a backlog in the embassy, because the visa still needs to be approved. All right, so please don't take your visas for granted. Make sure you get your visas to Malaysia. Now, Dato Sri just flew out, but before flying out, I met Dato Sri Vijay, and we are putting the final touches to this VCon. And I think I want to remind you, the theme that Dato Sri picked for this VCon was touching 1 billion hearts on our 25th anniversary. And the reason why he chose this theme, all right, and I shared this many times, he was interviewed once, many years ago, by somebody who asked him, when are you going to achieve your $1 billion profit? And he said he's not interested in achieving a $1 billion profit, but his goal is to touch 1 billion hearts. And somebody argued with me and said, Chief, it'll take many, many years for us to sign up 1 billion people. Now, you then don't understand network marketing. See, you sign me up, all right, I impact a lot of people who may not be my downlines, my immediate family, people who work for me, my circle of influence. Everyone gets impacted positively because I'm part of the V, I'm part of QNet, I'm part of Dato Sri Vijay's family. And whatever teachings that I receive, whether it's VCon, ISB, Zone, VLC, NSS, whatever training platform you attend, all right, you're going to take that teachings. Either you're going to share it directly with your circle of influence, or it's going to evolve you and change you, making you a better person to the people around you. So his goal of touching a bit, sorry guys, my hand is all, my son was doing a tattoo on my hand. It's so cool, isn't it? All right. And he basically, Dato Sri Vijay's vision is that if we create enough positive-minded people, if we create enough people who believe in raising themselves to help mankind, we raise enough leaders who believe in service above self, we will touch 1 billion hearts. Are you guys with me? So that has always been the ultimate vision and dream of the founders, Japadas Bismarck and Dato Sri Vijay. And you are part of that army of people that we want to use to touch 1 billion hearts. All right, so that's our goal. So that's why this week on our 25th anniversary, it's about touching 1 billion hearts. And this week on is just going to be magical. It's back to back. It's going to be life-changing. It's going to blow your mind. All you have to do is make sure you get a seat, because our seats are almost sold out. All right. So if you are still uncertain, should I come to VCon? Should I not come to VCon? Yes, you must come to VCon. It's not a choice. It's a necessity for your growth, for your journey towards financial freedom and max out. It's not a freaking choice. It is a necessity. And I've said this a million times. All right. So this this Instagram live, listen very carefully. All right. Okay. I've been talking to some amazing leaders, and they all have come to me some way or another. They connect with me on WhatsApp. They call me. Some of them even fly to Malaysia to meet me, to get clarity on various challenges that people face. Now, whenever we talk about challenges in network marketing, we talk about rejection, we talk about negative media, we talk about governments that have not embraced this industry called network marketing. All right, we talk about the industry having a bad perception in certain regions and certain countries. We talk a lot about these kind of challenges. All right, family not supporting us, friends not supporting us. We talk about all these challenges which are supposedly slowing you down from achieving success. Now, one part of the challenges that we don't address enough, which I want to address on this Instagram live, is the challenges that you face while building your team. The challenges you face from your loyal downlines. The challenges you face from your uplines. All right. The challenges you face building on a day-to-day basis. All right. Because those challenges also exist. Not all challenges is negative newspaper articles and people who reject you or your family not supporting you. That's part and parcel of network marketing. Wake up, smell the coffee, embrace it, as Dato Sri Vijay always told me. But once you start building a team, once you start seeing success, once you start becoming more independent as an upline, you face a new set of challenges. And for the brand new people listening to me, it's good that you hear this now, so you are prepared for what you are inevitably going to face moving forward. Are you guys with me? So listen very carefully to your most gorgeous upline. All right. When you start building a team, everything starts off beautiful. Every network all throughout the world, all right, all of you guys, and I'm speaking as your upline, as your chief, representing the great ones, Japa and Dato Sri Vijay. I've seen this in every organization, all right. When a group of people come together with a common goal, with a common vision, all right, it's beautiful. They all hold hands. They all sing Kumbaya. It becomes the perfect family, the brotherhood and sisterhood of ideal family. You understand? And then, as the journey continues and continues and continues, there will be guaranteed, there will be disagreements. Disagreements on ideology. Disagreements on how we move forward. Disagreements of she said, he said. All right? Disagreements of who was edified, who was not edified. Disagreements on am I getting enough support. All right, disagreements on why are they focused only on their cash out leg and not focused on their credit leg, blah 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 blah. Tons of disagreements will begin as your team starts to grow bigger, faster. All right, when your leaders start to mature, and this happens to everyone. This happens to the V, it happens within the V partnerships, the AVPs, it happens with Dato Sri Vijay and his partners, right? Why does this happen? And I've said this a million times. It's not that anyone is angry, malicious, vindictive, revengeful, no. It's called human nature. Human nature is shrouded with insecurity, arrogance, passive arrogance, active arrogance, insecurity, all right, baggage from the past, which has nothing to do with your network, but is just stuck on you from your childhood, from your previous journey of life. You understand? So it's a never-ending vicious cycle of challenges and problems. It never stops, all right? And people change. Nobody remains the same, all right? If you have an upline that you adored and respected, and suddenly you wake up one morning and that person has changed not to be as nice as an upline he or she used to be, or not as supportive, not as present, not the same message or mantra or DNA, don't be surprised. Once again, it is human nature. You understand? If you have downlines that you have supported, till late night, helped them build their cash out side, stood by them through the most difficult time, the most challenging time. And suddenly they wake up one morning and decide not to express their gratefulness anymore and they become ungrateful. Again, don't get upset because that's human nature. If it can happen between a child and a parent, why would it not happen between a downline and an upline? All right. Now, the problem with most people, when all these challenges happen while building a team, establishing a team, all right, what happens is they get this feeling of anger, disappointment, hurt, devastation sometimes. And what they do with those feelings is they suppress it. They say, let's not talk about it. Let's focus on building. Let's push it down. Let's push it down. Let's push it down. Let's push it down. Let's sweep it under the carpet. All right. This is a traditional, very Asian mentality. And even in the Western world, people do it. All right. But one day, all that negative feelings that you have suppressed, all that issues that you have swept under the carpet is going to explode into a sea of dust and pain and bad feelings and negative aura. And then you go berserk. You become angry and you become disappointed and you become hurt because you have not practiced the golden rule of managing any relationship. That is to always say what you feel, confront before it becomes too much of a conflict. When the dust becomes hardened into stone, you understand? Then it's hard to clean up. It's hard to get rid of. All right? When you suppress things so long, that negativity that you suppress becomes you. It just becomes you. And then you become a negative, pessimistic, bitter individual. And all of this happens simply because you lost the ability to express yourself, to speak, to say what you feel when you feel it. This is my mantra. To always say what you feel when you feel it. Not keep it and then bring it up after 10 years. Don't bring it up after 5. I hate people who tell me, actually, I wanted to tell you 2 years ago, but it wasn't the right time. Now let me tell you how you hurt my feelings 2 years ago. How on earth am I supposed to remember what I told you 2 years ago? The problem with most people, they did not address it when it happened. Instead, they keep it and they plan to express it much later. And the longer you take to express yourself, the longer you take to confront the issue, all right, it becomes worse. And that person becomes, the person you are confronting becomes more defensive. You become more emotional, and then it becomes a very ugly affair of almost like an argument or fight. You don't want to fight. You want to address the issue. You want to address it and walk away. You want to address it and move on. You don't want to keep it and keep it and keep it forever. But there are rules that you must practice. And I was just sharing with an amazing leader yesterday what you're supposed to do. Now, the first rule, whether you are confronting your downlines, your family, your husband, your wife, your brother, your sister, your upline, all right, the first rule that you have to practice is leave emotions out of this. There is no room for anger. Anger is a reflection, ultimately, that you have no control over your ego. That's it. That is anger. A lot of people say, I'm not angry, I'm passionate. Please, I know the difference between passion and anger. Anyone knows. Your kids know. All right? Any basic human being knows the difference. All right? Tas Siddiq, how are you? All right? Anyone, Kwanusha, I see you. Anyone knows the difference between passion and anger. It's in your eyes. You understand? You can be passionate. Your smile is still there. Unbelievable! Yes, we can do this. All right? Well, I hate you and you piss me off. There's a big difference between passion and anger. All right? South Africa, what's happening, Devon? All right? So there is a difference. Now, the problem is when you handle a confrontation, all right? Okay, when you handle a issue that you want to confront, the only rule you have to practice that Dato Sri Vijay taught me from day one, which, let me be honest, it was very difficult for me to practice because I was a much more angry, expressive person many years ago. Today, I'm chilled out completely. I can address any issue without losing it. Are you guys with me? So what happened was Dato Sri identified a major problem in confrontation. Everyone was confronting each other, but they were confronting with emotions, and then it just got worse. So when you confront an issue with emotion, that issue actually becomes worse. It will never be resolved because the other party now feels that you are attacking, all right, the person. Because the rule of confrontation is never to address the person. It is only to address the issue. All right? So if you're addressing the person, there is no longer a confrontation. It is an attack, a personal attack. And that person will retaliate with aggressive defense. And then, all right, it becomes ugly. It becomes very, very, very ugly. And then relationships break down. And it always ends with, I do not want to see your face again. I will never talk to you anymore. That's a breakdown. That is a complete breakdown of the relationship. That is a complete breakdown of the team. That is a complete breakdown. There's no way to solve it after this. So the first rule you must practice with a high level of passion. is that confrontation cannot be done with emotions. Leave emotions at the door. Alright? Now, if you are getting angry, you have an issue. Alright? Because anger is self-inflicted. Nobody can make you angry. You know this person, stop making me angry. You really piss me off. No, there's total bullsugar. Nobody can make you angry. Angry is a self-inflicted emotional decision. Do you understand what that means? Anger is your personal choice. Because two people can face the same situation. One can get angry and the other one does not get angry. That means anger is a personal choice. My philosophy in life today, I know my close friends who know me very well will agree. I used to only use anger as an option. Today, I'm very grateful to Dato Sri Vijay that anger is no longer an option. Don't get me wrong, I still get angry, alright? But it's very few times a year. Alright, I don't know whether my soulmate and my life partner will agree, but very few times in a year. Alright, okay? I used to get angry every minute, every day, 10, 20 times over everything. And then I realized what I was getting angry at, or the person I was getting angry at, they were not impacted by my anger. They moved on with life. I was the only moron raising my blood pressure, impacting my health negatively and destroying other relationships around me, because when I'm in an angry mood, it destroys my relationship with my life partner, destroys my relationship with my children. You understand? Destroys my relationship with my best friends. So I realized getting angry is not an option. There is no room for anger. Alright? When you want to confront, leave emotions at the door. Smile. Because confrontation, the goal of confrontation is resolution, is to resolve the issue so that everyone can hold hands and sing Kumbaya again. That's your goal. So you cannot achieve that goal by using anger as the mechanism. Confront without emotion, number one. Number two, confront only the issue, never the person. You understand? Because when you confront the person, you're being unfair because you don't know what that person is thinking. You understand? You don't know what that person is going through. So it's unfair for you to assume you know what that person is thinking. It's unfair for you to assume you know what that person is feeling. Do you understand? And Dr. Sri told me this story many times that, when you get angry at somebody because the person made a mistake, alright, what if you found out that person lost a loved one half an hour before they made the mistake? And you got angry. Then you look and feel like a complete moron. Because you shouldn't have been angry, you should have been sensitive to that person's situation. Second rule is, nobody will meet your expectation. Nobody will meet your expectation because that's life. That's human nature. If everyone met your expectation, you won't be on this Instagram live. You'll be on CNN. That's the greatest success story in the history of man. Nobody is going to meet your expectation. You need to learn to adapt, adjust, accommodate. Confront without emotions. Only confront the issue, not the person. Never confront with aggression, rudeness, right? You don't have to be rude to handle a confrontation. You don't even have to raise your voice to confront somebody. Because raising your voice can be deemed as your ego taking over in its anger. Right? So what's your purpose of confrontation? The purpose of confrontation is not to satisfy yourself so you can vent and release all that pent-up frustration in your life. The purpose of confrontation, as David Sharma will tell you, is resolution, is to resolve. Alright? And my advice to you, if you cannot confront an issue without emotion, then involve a third party that is mutually respected. Involve a neutral person who is not on your side, not on the other person's side, but is on the side of facts of the issue. Now, the reason why I'm addressing this today, because all of you either belong to a team, you're building your team, you got downlines, you got uplines, and the real skill of a great networker is the skill of managing all these relationships to the most ideal level, all right? Allowing everyone to express freely what they feel, and you should actually probe that person to express what they feel so that you can get closer and closer to your ultimate goal of financial freedom. Because that's what we are here for. We're not here to fight. We're not here to disagree. We are here to raise each other, all right, to reach our limitless potential. So when handling a confrontation, which is unavoidable, leave emotions out of it. That's my number one goal in life. There is no room for emotions. Bad emotions, depressed emotions, crying. When somebody cries, what can you say? That person is in such a heightened state of emotion that whatever you say is not even going to go in the ear. It's just going to go because the person is losing it. Are you guys with me? But the rule I told David Sharma once, David Sharma is the one who comes to me every day frustrated with this person, frustrated with that person. That person is not doing their work properly. Why can't they even do presentation when you tell them? David Sharma complain. And I gave him the same advice Dato Sri gave me. Everyone is not going to meet your expectation. If they did, you would not be here on my Insta Live, Mr. Sharma. All right? You will be on CNN. That you have found the ultimate secret of relationship management. Are you guys with me? People won't meet your expectation. You will never understand what people go through. That's why Dale Carnegie, I think Dale Carnegie wrote in one of his books and said the only way to manage relationship is to put yourself in the other person's shoe. Because the desire to be understood is always stronger than the desire to understand. All right? Are you with me? Yashu, I see you. All right? The desire to be understood is always stronger than the desire to understand. If you are the type of person who only wants to be understood and you lack the humility to understand, very hard to build a global network. And I watched Dato Sri Vijay always taking the effort to understand more than he has the desire to be understood. Are you guys with me? So today on this Insta Live, remember, ultimately, the only way you're going to reach financial freedom is when you learn to manage people, when you learn to manage relationships, when you learn to build a team and sustain a team, because that's what network marketing is about. Network marketing is all about building a team, nothing else. All right? And building any team, however small, however large your team is going to be surrounded by issues that need to be confronted and resolved to keep that family together. The best example, I've used it many times even on Insta. You know what a pressure cooker is? Where you put beans or dal or whatever, you put water, then you cover the pressure cooker, right? And it's a metal one, solid steel. And then you light the fire. And it builds up pressure to cook whatever is inside, steam, hot pressure. All right, but on top the pressure cooker, there is a valve, or however you pronounce it, which releases the steam. When the steam is too much or not, the pot will explode. And you can adjust that valve, how much pressure to release. Now, what is confrontation? Confrontation is that valve, all right, to release that pressure. Because if you don't release that pressure, the pot is going to explode. And the pot explodes, teams collapse, organizations vanished. I've seen these leaders lose all control and power. All right, people who have been edified are suddenly de-edified because there was no consistent releasing of pressure from the pot. So when you're building a team in network marketing, in QNet, and you're aiming for financial freedom, you're putting thousands of people into a pot, pouring water, lighting the fire. All right, so your checks go up, your organization grows bigger, and you become financially free one day. All right? But as that pressure is building, as the fire is getting stronger, the team is getting bigger, more active, more successful, that valve on top must be there to release the pressure. Because if you don't release the pressure with that sound, if you don't have that valve, then the only sound you will hear after 2-3 years is boom, and the whole team collapses. Are you guys with me? So confront, always confront before it leads to conflict. Confront before the pressure cooker explodes. But leave the emotions at the door. Alright? Because everyone has good within them. There are no bad people. Alright? I've always believed this. Within anyone, there's always good within them. It just takes a great person to bring out that good. Are you guys with me? So I love you guys. I can't wait to see you at VCon. Alright? It is going to be a magical 2 events back to back. Whole month of September. Stay glued to our social media. We are going to rock 2 VCons, guys. This is your chief saying I love you from the bottom of my heart. Alright? And always remember, it is more important to understand than to be understood. Love you guys.